International air transport, one of the truly global industries of today's interconnected society. The numbers alone are astounding. In 2011, 2.6 billion passengers and 43 million tons of cargo were transported on almost 63,000 aircraft by about 1,000 scheduled airlines on 36 billion kilometers of route network, using the infrastructure of around 4,000 airports and 170 air navigation services providers. In civil aviation, as in most industries, statistics are essential for learning from past experiences, managing current operations, and planning for sustainable growth. Effective decision-making for civil aviation administrations and industry stakeholders depends on reliable, complete, up-to-date, and readily accessible aviation statistics. They provide an objective and empirical framework for analyzing trends and monitoring forces that can impact the safety, the security, and the sustainable environmental and economic development of air transport. On 20th October 2010, ICAO joined other United Nations agencies and member states in celebrating the first World Statistics Day with an Aviation Statistics Forum. In his remarks, ICAO Secretary General Raymond Benjamin called for World Statistics Day to become an annual reminder of the power of numbers to enhance the quality and efficiency of air travel around the world. Forum speakers emphasized the value of verifiable data to users and providers of air transport statistics. ICAO has long been involved in the gathering of information. Under the Convention on International Civil Aviation of 1944, ICAO has a specific mandate to collect, process, and disseminate statistics. For more than 60 years, the Statistical Division of the organization has maintained a global air transport statistical system based on internationally recognized quality standards. Credible data from reliable sources help quantify global air transport activities related to commercial passenger and freight traffic. Through its member states, ICAO receives data mainly from commercial air carriers, including registered civil aircraft, airports, and air navigation service providers. The ICAO Integrated Statistical Database, or ISDB, also processes, validates, and analyzes this information. ISDB reports are issued and disseminated to ICAO users and member states via ICAO's secured website, or ISDB subscribers via ICAOdata.com. An ever-evolving set of online interactive functions enable users to build trends and graphs from selected data streams. ICAO further applies its aggregate global or regional air transport statistics to forecasting. This responds to the needs of the industry for evolving growth trends and capacity planning in terms of aircraft, airport, and air navigation needs. The latest long-term forecast indicates an annual average global traffic growth of 4.5%, equivalent to approximately 2.8 billion more passengers than today, and 85,000 more aircraft by 2030. As airlines expand and modernize their fleets based on projected traffic growth, they must ensure the availability of an equivalent number of qualified aviation personnel. ICAO addresses this critical issue with a comprehensive study of regional and global requirements for pilots, aircraft maintenance personnel, and air traffic controllers in relation to training capacity in order to achieve specified targets. This independent study provides data, analyses, and forecasts to key players in human resources planning, institutional capacity building, and funding or policy functions. Always present is the objective of continuously improving competency levels of safety-critical licensed personnel. The consistent growth in demand for air travel is partly due to the liberalization of international air transport regulation. This is closely monitored by ICAO. Indicators revealed that over the past decade or so, market shares of low-cost carriers increased rapidly, reaching 15% in Asia-Pacific, more than 20% in Europe and North America, and 25% in Latin America and the Caribbean. A dedicated ICAO online database on World Air Services agreements measures the pace of liberalization. It features a built-in search engine with information on more than 200 bilateral agreements, summaries of routes exchanged, and similar market parameters. While the pace of air transport liberalization can be effectively measured, it is as critical to make available the tools that will ensure the economic viability of the industry through proper benchmarking of vital elements. Through ICAO's interactive website statistical products, users have access to such dynamic data as aeronautical charges, landing, fuel, and environmental charges of airports or air navigation services providers in 187 states. For ICAO, databases and statistics are extremely useful for monitoring progress on the organization's strategic objectives: aviation safety, security, environmental protection, and the sustainable development of air transport. Air travel safety data are analyzed and reported on the Integrated Safety Trend Analysis and Reporting System, ISTAR. It contains detailed accident and incident data, aviation safety oversight audit results, and traffic information. Safety information is displayed and can be shared through interactive maps to assist all stakeholders to identify trends and to determine the correlations between the level of implementation of critical safety standards and procedures and the accident rates. In other words, to deal with safety issues before they become accidents. To monitor aviation security, ICAO maintains a database on acts of unlawful interference in civil aviation since 1970. This information provides a better understanding on the threat civil aviation faces and how to respond to it on a global and regional level. It also makes it possible to monitor the successful implementation of particular security measures. Finally, ICAO databases can help measure the effects of global civil aviation on the environment. Indicators such as the number of people affected by significant aircraft noise or the level of local and global CO2 emissions helps ICAO and the aviation community to move forward in achieving their environmental goals. One is the global aspirational goal of a 2% annual fuel efficiency improvement up to the year 2050, agreed by ICAO member states in October 2010, which can only be assessed with reliable and good quality statistics on air carrier fuel consumption. There is no doubt that the rapid availability of accurate, comprehensive, and interrelated statistics and data plays a crucial role in the performance and sustainable development of the entire global air transport system. Sound decision-making can only be made on the basis of reliable data and analysis. ICAO remains committed to working with its member states and the world aviation community in connecting to the global network of aviation statistical knowledge.